Running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
And good morning to you. It is time for Coffee In here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan. That person coughing over there is Linda Tebow. Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
Right on cue.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Well, it's wintertime, so...
Yes, it is. Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff flying around, and,
Yeah.
and you pick up stuff. It's just the way it is. Okay. And here's Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Hi, Ed.
Good morning.
Not coughing is Ed Carew.
Well, not yet.
At least not yet, anyway. All right, our first segment of Coffee In is sponsored by the Carew Investment Group. Over to you, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. Our telephone number is 765-8880, and we have some simple advice about investing. Well, the truth is, there is no simple advice about investing. The old days of financial uptrends and downtrends lasting for days, weeks, and months are long gone. Sometimes trends last for only part of a day before changing direction. And investing is not an activity for those who can't take the time to study each twist and turn for the opportunity that it truly presents. Since 1987, we've seen them all, and we'll invest for you the same way we invest for ourselves. Carefully, very carefully. And it won't cost you a nickel to talk about it with us, so give us a call at 765-8880. Our office is conveniently located at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right there, Ed. Well, I don't know if you caught 60 Minutes this past Sunday. Did you catch 60 Minutes this past Sunday, Ed?
No.
No, Ed?
No.
Okay. They did a whole 20-minute segment on cryptocurrency.
Ah,
And
They did.
Oh, yes, they did. And they started, the first thing they started off with, and they said, there's no middle ground on this. Either you're excited about it because you think you can make a lot of money, or you have absolutely no idea how this all works.
That's
like, I go, you're so spot on. And then they talk to people about that are doing well with it, and then there's the other people that are like, we're not sure where this whole thing's going to go. And they talked about how President-elect Trump he's our crypto guy, and there are people that ran on a platform of crypto were excited about it. So the cryptocurrency people sent money to help their campaigns, to help them get elected. So they're all excited about this, and so they think it's the next best thing to sliced bread. And they talked about the stock and how Bitcoin, how much it's worth now, and it's just, if you put $1,000 in like 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, but early, it'd be $360,000 now, and like that. And but it's a risk, and you don't know will it bottom out, and will it go the way of the startups that happened a few years ago?
you have no idea.
Yeah, that's right.
I still don't know what it is.
And it's funny
you?
or after watching that episode,
Did
not
you
really.
learn? No? Oh,
No,
okay.
I was still
gonna ask
confused.
you.
The only thing I checked out is that there was a company called, they talked to the CEO, and it was a company called Ripple, RIPPLE. And I'm like, and they talked about, how their stocks are doing very well and like that. And so I actually looked online. Can I buy Ripple stock? No, I can't.
What?
You can, Ed, because you're an investor. You're a licensed guy that can do this. But if I would have to tell you to buy this stock for me.
I see.
I'm not telling you to do that, by the way. But if I went to, I don't know, if I one of those investment houses where you send them $100 and you can pick your own stocks and things like that, I cannot buy that particular cryptocurrency. And how's it? I still don't know how it's going to work.
Can you hold it in your hand? Ed?
No.
So you're saying that Ripple? Now I'm not familiar with that one.
okay.
There are so many of them.
That's right.
But Ripple is a type of crypto.
They're a company, but it's not like Bitcoin. They own another crypto organization, like or EZR or something. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I know of. There's a lot of them out there.
Okay.
Doge, Ethereum.
Yes.
You know, all that kind of stuff. So you're saying Ripple is another one of them?
Yes, that's. But I don't think they have their own cryptocurrency. They're just the company that has one, but they don't call their cryptocurrency Ripple. That's just the name of the company.
Uh-huh.
If that makes any sense. But if you even Google it right now, can I buy Ripple stock? It'll tell you. No, you as Linda, as you as I, as just general people off the street. No.
No.
But
Okay.
Ed can because
Okay.
because of the Carew Investment
Okay.
Group. He can do that.
That's
So-
good to know.
Just in case someone comes to you and says, "I want to buy Ripple" or whatever they have. But
Yeah, and I'll probably say, I don't think
you really should.
So-
But anyway.
So they did a whole hour on that?
No, it was just 20 minutes.
Oh, a 20-minute
20-minute
segment,
thing.
yeah.
This is the next big
But
thing.
do you feel enlightened about it?
No,
No,
I saw-
okay.
there was one person, there was a
Say,
CEO
maybe
of
I
one
should have
company
watched.
that just said, we're doing really good, and this is the next best thing, and
Yeah.
and then there were people in the government saying, they're just scratching their heads. They're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're concerned and they're worried but they never said anything about how the American currency has is backed by gold but
it's not backed by anything.
they never said that.
Didn't it used to be, though?
Yeah, American currency is not backed by gold.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
No.
I'm sorry. Okay, I got
Ripple's
that
not
wrong.
backed by anything.
Well, no.
Well,
that was-
I mean, cryptocurrency is not backed by anything.
yeah. So,
It's
I don't know.
just
It's still all a big mystery.
it's just like Bigfoot and
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know. So I didn't. The
So, like,
the
when
piece
you-
was well done, but I just
when you
I was
buy
not
some,
enlightened.
what do you get?
Nothing.
A piece of paper? Or
Well, you might get an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that says you
s-
own this, but there's nothing to actually physically give you.
you can't
They
touch it.
say that there's such a thing as a crypto wallet.
Oh, but it's all very
And
ethereal.
apparently, this crypto wallet has a digital key
uh-huh.
that you have to memorize so that you can access your dollars worth of crypto money
Mm-hmm.
because you're not going to get a piece of crypto.
Yeah.
You're not going to get like you can go to the bank and buy gold,
Yeah.
right?
Or so-
Well, you
yeah.
can't go to the bank and buy a crypto. You
So
get a
See, that's
fraction of a piece
Okay.
of crypto, which is something that is you can't take in your hand.
I don't know if the president-elect is putting all his eggs in one basket on this thing.
Well, I hope he doesn't put our eggs in the basket.
Well,
though. You know
he's-
the
he wants the U.S. to be like the crypto king of the world.
see that
And because he sees Russia and China, getting into this kind of business as well, and he wants to be out in front of those guys and be the leader. So I don't know.
I don't know.
What's going
All
on.
right, so
All right, what'd you
here's-
find out about
Go
Ripple?
ahead.
Anything? Oh, no, what did you look up, Ed?
Well, I was looking up Ripple, but
Okay.
it just went cuckoo here. Ripple is the leading provider of digital asset infrastructure for financial services.
Okay.
They send cross-border payments in real-time exchange with tokenization and digital assets and meet regulatory compliance requirements all in one place. So
Okay. What's that mean?
Well, I was going to say, what does
it
that mean?
means they do the transaction of this, for this digital wallet that you
Yeah.
supposedly have. Yeah.
Right.
How do you
It's-
regulate that, Ed? How
It's
do you
not regulated.
uh,
That's the
that-
whole thing.
Oh,
It's not
Thank
backed by
you. Okay.
anything. It's not regulated by anybody. It has no earnings. It has no dividends. It has no sales. So how can it have any value?
They talked
It's
about
only worth what you think it's worth.
or what somebody tells you it's worth.
Well, the more people who want to buy it, the
more
the
people-
price,
the price will
goes
go
up
up.
because it's always
I'll
the
stick
way
to, I think I'll
supply
stick
and
to
demand.
real estate.
They talked about wanting to be not I don't know if regulated was the right word, but regulated or overseen by the SEC, and
If
and
you
be a stock of some sort. So
How can
Well, it didn't sound like they were a stock.
well, they're not yet.
if you
So,
can't touch it? How can you regulate?
I don't
it?
know. It's all very. Ooh.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like Bigfoot and the leprechauns and the fairies and
You
that-
can
Yeah.
buy crypto
Yeah,
as a regular person,
but not, okay. I used to as
but
an
not
example.
necessarily crypto. You
Okay.
can buy it in an exchange-traded funds.
Okay.
There are exchange-traded funds of crypto. There are some for Ethereum. There are some for Bitcoin. I don't know if there are any others, but I know that those two are out there. And you can also buy. There's a stock that you can buy through, and I don't want to mention the name of the stock. But,
Okay.
because I'm not sure how legit these things are.
All right. So it's that, but it's out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's out there.
So okay. Just just interesting that it popped up on 60 Minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it, and like,
Well, I just didn't know if you learned,
not much.
from watching it and somebody
The
explained.
only thing I learned is, I was like, well, can I get if I threw Ripple like $100, would I make money?
Yeah.
In a year or so, would it explode to like $5,000?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that's when I found maybe he's right, and that's when I found out I just can't buy it. I just can't run to. I can't think of the companies that do that now. Where you go to a company and open up an account and say, okay, I'm going to buy $100 versus of Ripple, and let's just see what happens to it. But I can't do it. I'd have to have Ed do it for me, and he's going to talk me out of it. So
Yes, he is.
So I'm not going to do it. So there you go. All right, back here in Woonsocket. So we had unfortunately we had the murder on Saturday night.
Yes.
But congratulations to the Woonsocket PD, who have arrested two
They
people.
arrested the people.
I mean, this is
already.
really rather quick. That they got the suspects and arrested two men. They're both 24. Ibrahim Silla and Jacob Diaz. They were arrested Sunday night for the death of Christopher Panado. That happened on Saturday night in the parking lot of the Elks.
The Elks, yeah.
Just not that it had anything to do with the Elks. It's just that's the parking lot they happened to be in. They got into an argument. They've been arguing a lot throughout the day. Started at like the Burger King and just moved on down the street. And so they've both been charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy and first-degree robbery. And I understand they took Panado's cell phone and his sneakers. This is bizarre, but
Well, no, those sneakers are.
well, some of them
yeah,
are expensive.
They're
Yeah,
very
I
expensive.
get it. So
You see kids getting them stolen when they were in
Get
school.
that? It might be the phone.
it's Ripple.
Yeah.
I understand you want to buy.
We'll make a special occasion just for you. So that
We're
you
here to
can-
open an account for you.
Yeah.
all right, but and so they're both and the man, and from what we've read, the man that was killed had just returned from Florida. He was down there celebrating his 12-year-old son's birthday down in Port St. Lucie, I believe, and just go back up here to Woonsocket, and then things happen, and
That's a shame.
and he was stabbed multiple times. So we'll see where this goes. And now that the two men are being held without bail at the ACI, and so this will move along and go down the judicial process.
Oh, that's good. Thank
Yeah.
God, though, the Elks had the cameras, the
Oh, yeah,
footage. Yeah,
out
I
there
think
in
that's
the-
how they.
How they got him?
Yeah,
out
they
there in-
turned that footage over to the police. Yeah.
All right, and this, I laugh at it because I don't live out in this community, but this woman out in Burrville that owns the Conjuring House.
Oh, the Conjuring House lady. Yeah.
I don't think she's dealing with a full deck out there.
No.
Well. Ed, the town came to her and said, "We're not renewing your license," because she was charging people to come in to tour the house.
What's the name of this?
The Conjuring
Conjuring
House.
House.
There's a movie called The Conjuring,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it's based on this house in Burrville. And I guess they filmed some of it out there.
Yeah, they
a-
did.
as well.
They did.
So people that are fans of the film have been making the trek to come see the house.
All right.
And maybe they see something weird happen out there. Okay. Well, the house was sold to this woman, Jacqueline Nunez, and she was running tours out there trying to make a buck and like that. But she's run into issues with the Burrville police and the town leaders out there, and then she either forgot to or they just decided we're not giving you a license to run the business out there.
Yeah, I think there were issues with the house itself. It's an old house.
Yes.
And she didn't bring them.
Up to code?
The inspector went out there and said, "You need to do this, thus,
Okay.
and so," and she didn't do it.
Okay.
And she didn't do it.
But she's also got customers that have booked tours
Yeah.
now, and I'm not sure how far out. She said going 3 months out, and so, but then they took her license away, and she goes, but I still have these bookings. So instead of canceling the bookings, she just had people come and do the. So now she's running the business without the proper license.
Yeah.
So the Burrillville police went out there and said, now she's cited. now you're a nuisance.
Yeah.
To us. So the police went. They had to go out and shut it down. Everybody out. They shut down the Conjuring House and cited the owner for giving tours without a license. Officials say Jacqueline Nunez was running a business even though the town did not renew her business license last month. Nunez was giving tours, ghost hunting events, and other offerings for paranormal enthusiasts at the house. It was made famous in the 2013 film called The Conjuring. So
Yeah.
I'm just not going to listen to the town. Well,
Yeah.
they don't take too kindly to that.
and to talk about the town, those things are safety issues,
Oh, sure.
So you have people, and she said, I heard her say she had people coming, international guests coming.
Well, the film was a hit.
Yeah.
And so, and when people find out, this is a real house,
Yeah.
it's like the house in the movie A Christmas Story.
Yes.
That's a real house in Indiana.
Yeah.
I think it's a museum now of the movie.
Yeah.
So they're doing it right.
Yeah.
So she's trying to do the same
Yeah.
thing, but not doing things correctly.
Right.
You got to follow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you got to follow the rules in order to run a business out of the house. So
It's got to be safe for the people that are there.
yeah.
Yeah, there's one of those houses in Middleborough too.
Oh,
Is
really?
Yeah, I think it's run by the Historical Society.
Okay.
It's the Oliver House.
I'm sure they have all their licenses and
Well, if a
certifications ready to
society
go.
like that would, yeah.
Really interesting place.
Cool. All right. We got to take a break here in the Coffee and program. More coming your way. We will get to a note that I got to get to because I didn't get to it yesterday. Ed, it's time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240. More coffee and coming up. Please stay tuned.
Get hands-on with our creative crafts and learn how to create beautiful charcuterie bouquets that will wow your friends and family at the Honey Shop Academy, in the same building as the famous Honey Shop store next to Navigant Credit Union on Park Avenue. Did you ever want to learn about foraging for mushroom hunting? Our expert instructors will guide you through the wonders of nature, dive into the fascinating world of beekeeping, herbal medicine, permaculture, and so much more. With our horticultural gardening methods, you'll cultivate the skills to grow a thriving garden right at home. Don't miss out on this opportunity to enrich your life, make new friends, and explore your passions. Call the Honey Shop Academy today at the Honey Shop. Today, 401-766-1488 to learn about our upcoming classes or to schedule your own private group session at the Honey Shop Academy at the Honey Shop store.
Did you know you can shop local this holiday season?
And ski and ride free till December 24th.
Shop at Mountainside Ski and Ride at Wachusett Mountain.
Spend $100 or more and get a free lift ticket good through Christmas Eve.
Located in a Wachusett Beach Lodge, Mountainside guarantees lowest prices.
Check us out on the web at wachusett.com.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
And it's Coffee and on ONAM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And all right, everybody got what they wanted. Ed, in the Karen Reed case.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. The judge
Well,
made a
how
ruling.
can that be?
Well, the judge made a ruling yesterday because the retrial was supposed to start January 27th, and both sides came because there's a new prosecutor and said, that's just too soon. Can we push it out to 3 months? And she said, sure. She finally came out and said, okay. So now that trial will now start April 1st.
Wow.
April Fool's Day. Instead of January 27th. So both sides really, they got what
One.
they wanted.
Oh,
They both
okay.
won. They
They
both
just-
wanted to extend it, and they both got it.
They got
so.
what they wanted on that part. They
Yes.
both didn't get what they wanted as like one, like she's guilty, she's not guilty.
Oh well, you can't get both happy on that.
Well,
case.
that's why I was saying, how could they do this?
This is that's right.
Yeah.
That's how they both won on this one. So they both got what they wanted. So we just get to keep hearing about the Karen Reed case longer and longer and longer. And we had that other bizarre story. It deals with the Karen Reed case. In Stoughton, Massachusetts, a Stoughton District Court judge has dismissed felony witness intimidation and harassment charges against a man who left small rubber ducks around the town of Canton. Rick Schiffler was charged after a 6-month investigation into the ducks, which had messages supporting Karen Reed on them. The judge allowed littering charges to go forward against Schiffer and tossed all the others after a hearing yesterday. Police claim the rubber ducks were left around Canton to harass and upset witnesses in the Karen Reed case related to the death of her boyfriend John O'Keefe in 2022. So,
Interesting. Rubber duckies.
leaving the rubber duck, and I'm being harassed by rubber ducks. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. So, but that's out the window. So there we go. All right, a note that was it was sent to me yesterday. We didn't get to it yesterday. We'll get to it now. Out of the Providence Journal on December the 8th, just a few days ago, a reprint from USA Today. It just says, from the citizens of Mexico, we've been invaded. I understand and comprehend that in the country they came from, they're going through a difficult situation, but everyone should resolve their problems in their own country. Person says, I concur, and I have professed this for years. So, just about illegal migrants coming into the country. So, okay, and yeah, we've heard that, and I don't know what the other countries say. Do they say, okay, just leave and go to the United States? Yeah, things will be better for you there.
Easier.
Just
Yeah.
go, just go and get out. So it's quite possible. So, all right. So the next topic is. You might laugh, Linda and Ed. It just says, is what's wrong with people?
Where do I begin?
Well, where do we begin? That's
Count
right.
the ways.
And so it's so bizarre. It's one of those, truth is stranger than fiction. And this goes back to the CEO of United Healthcare being shot and killed on the streets of New York City. And the man who did the shooting getting away with it for a few days. And now he was arrested yesterday.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
At a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Okay?
In Pennsylvania.
He got to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they thought it looks like he got away on his electric bike
Yeah.
and went to a Port Authority, I guess,
Yeah.
and got on a bus.
Took a bus.
Okay.
Made it to Pennsylvania. I don't know how the workers or a worker at McDonald's knew who this guy was, but a worker calls the police. The guy you're looking for, Luigi Mangione, is right here. And they came, and it was him, and they arrested him. Now, here's what the problem is, what's wrong with America. And it's because when the CEO, was shot and killed, the outpouring of support of the shooter around the United States has been through the roof. Do you know this?
No, I did not know that.
Do you know this, Ed?
Yes.
Okay. People are supporting him. And he struck a blow for the common man. Because what it looks like is that he was a disgruntled subscriber to United Health.
Oh, okay.
And now stuff's coming out about United Health, biggest healthcare insurance company in the United States, and how basically they deny 1 out of every 3 claims.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Do you hear that, Ed? Mm-hmm. 1 out of 3. Okay, we want to have this procedure done. You have United Healthcare. They say no. And so they're cheering the shooter here as the good guy because he shot and killed
Yikes.
the CEO and struck a blow for the common man.
Wow.
Now this is where it gets weird. On that same vein, now people are complaining about the people at the McDonald's for being a snitch. You should have let him go. You shouldn't have said anything. And now they're putting bad reviews of the McDonald's online. Rats in the kitchen. Rats are all over the place, trying to kill the business. I'm like, my jaw's on the floor.
Wow.
That people are doing this because they're so upset. obviously these are the people that support the shooter, and I keep thinking, this man was 50 and was married and had kids. What is his? You ever think about his family?
Right, exactly. Shooting and killing the man is not the answer. If you have an issue, take it to, go through the proper channels.
Well, that's what I think it was the governor of Pennsylvania who had to come out and say, this man is not a hero.
He's not a hero. He's a
but
killer.
you're making him into.
And-
you're trying to make him into a modern day Butch Cassidy
Robin
and Sundance
Hood
Kid.
or Robin Hood. But
Or Robin Hood, yeah.
and that man is a coward. He shot him in the back.
Really?
He shot him in the
Yeah,
back.
you can see that from the pictures.
That's not a hero. That's a coward in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did you hear all that stuff, Ed, about what's going on at the McDonald's down there?
No, I didn't hear
No,
that.
I didn't.
Pennsylvania?
I wouldn't put much credence in a guy from California or Florida saying that there's rats in the kitchen at a McDonald's in Altoona.
But you don't know.
Yeah,
You don't know where it's coming from. You go on, if you go on like Yelp and look at reviews, it'll just it doesn't tell you where the person
Probably
who
not.
put the review in is from. It just says, "Oh, I visited there, and this is what I saw," and it's terrible, and it's rats in the kitchen, and it's overflowing with that. It's a terrible health problem. I'm sure the health department's going to come out and take a look around
Of course,
now,
of
and,
course.
and probably give
And
away-
by the way, the health department does go out to those kinds of facilities regularly.
Yeah.
They even come to the senior center because we have a kitchen.
Yeah.
And they come through and they, when you own a business that involves food, the health department is there.
Oh, yeah. When I had the store, health department came out.
Exactly,
often.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So that comes down to, you can't answer the question. What is wrong?
What's wrong
What's
with this?
wrong with
world?
this?
Right.
What's
no,
wrong
it's
with
never,
this?
It's never.
You're celebrating the killer.
Yeah, you celebrate the killer who was a coward by shooting somebody in the back because you're angry. Take it through the proper channels.
Yeah.
Be a whistleblower, that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't go and shoot somebody.
It's pretty bad. And
Very bad.
I'm sure we'll hear more about him. And he sounds like he was a disgruntled subscriber. That hasn't been proven yet. But that's just
But
what it sounds
even
like.
if he is, that's not the answer.
Oh, it's still not the
It's
answer.
still
No,
not the
no.
answer.
We don't want to do this.
50 years old, he had two sons, I think. Or
I think
he has
so.
children. It's the, God, it's the season of giving and peace and Christmas and Hanukkah.
And then we have the other story of the New York subway Marine that was acquitted
Yeah.
yesterday, and of the putting the man in the chokehold on the subway, and it's another race thing, because the man that was killed was black, and the one that had put him in the chokehold was white, and so. But even though it came out in the trial, that's not how he died.
No.
He was on something, and
Yeah.
I guess being put in the chokehold didn't help, but your heart starts to race and your lungs start to expand, and he was on something,
Yeah.
and that's what killed him, and that's why he was acquitted.
Yeah.
Daniel Penny.
that fellow who did the chokehold was just trying to help.
Well, he was starting to looking aggressive and looking like it was a subway car full of people.
That he was going to hurt somebody.
He was going to attack.
Yeah.
So this guy, being a Marine,
Yeah.
jumped into action and held him down.
Yeah.
And that way he wasn't be able to hurt other people. Unfortunately, the man passed away, but he was on something, and that which exasperated the whole situation. But
It's a crazy world we live
it
in.
is, it is, and I know there's no answer to what's wrong with people, kind of thing. It's just, it's just odd the things that came out yesterday. In this situation, and we'll hear more about Luigi Mangione. He is the alleged shooter of the United Healthcare CEO. So we'll find out more about him as he goes through the process. All right, we got to take a break here in the Coffee and program, and more coming up. Time for a look at the weather forecast, and that's being brought to you by Progressive Insurance.
The National Weather Service has issued a high wind watch for wind gusts up over 60 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. Cloudy skies today with a high of 39 and a wind from the north. Tonight, Rain mainly after 1 a.m., temperatures rising to around 44 degrees by 5 a.m., northeast winds up to 10 miles per hour, chance of rain 80% overnight tonight, new precipitation amounts between a quarter and a half an inch of rain is possible. Wednesday's weather, 100% chance of rain and possibly a thunderstorm. Some storms could produce heavy rainfall, patchy fog, high of 60 degrees, with winds increasing over gale force to possibly 60 to 65 miles per hour in gusts. New rainfall amounts on Wednesday between 1 and 2 inches possible. Wednesday night, 100% chance of more rain and possibly a thunderstorm. Overnight low of 35. Southwest's dying off to around 50 miles per hour. Thursday, mostly sunny and a high of 40. Friday, sunshine and 34. Saturday, mostly sunny, 39. Sunday, a 40% chance of some rain, mostly cloudy with a high of 44. Friday night, more of a chance of rain, mostly cloudy and 33. And on Monday, partial sunshine, high of 46.
And outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, where we do have cloudy skies and 33 degrees. Progressive is proud to support veterans and small businesses with their annual Keys to Progress vehicle giveaway program, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more at keystoprogress.com. Every year it seems you need to find a gift for someone and you're just stumped. What do you get that one uncle or cousin that you only see maybe twice a year? Well, I have the solution. Everyone loves a gift card from the Beef Barn. Stop into either location of the Beef Barn on Pulaski Boulevard, Bellingham, or Industrial Drive in North Smithfield to purchase a gift card today. You know the receiver will love and appreciate this gift, and you can be certain that the card will definitely be used. Merry Christmas from the Beef Barn.
This is Senator Brian Thompson. In this season of giving, please consider supporting the Milk Fund.
Yeah, that's right.
And their long-standing tradition of supporting those in need. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from my family to yours.
This is Dave Richards. Among the items we'll be putting up for bid on Tuesday's Milk Fund radio auction is a very nice Hanukkah menorah with 2 bottles of wine in a basket, 3 wooden boxes of spun glass tree ornaments, a Hallmark Polar Express talking Santa, a mini whiskey barrel, and a handy tool keychain, plus lots of valuable gift certificates. So join me, Joe Callahan, and our 2 celebrity guest auctioneers, Navigant Credit Union's immediate past CEO and Milk Fund friend, Gary Furtado, ably assisted by Navigant's Tim Draper, on the next Milk Fund radio auction from 4 to 5 p.m., only on ON, AM, and FM radio, and video streamed live for your convenience.
ON Radio.
It is Coffee and here on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. And let's see, the other things that are going on. What's going on with the Worcester Police? U.S. Justice Department investigation finds that Worcester police officers had sex with suspected prostitutes while working undercover.
Oh, jeez.
Is that part of the deal? Is that is that okay? I didn't think it was.
Never okay.
All right. Well, the 2-year civil investigation also finds that Worcester police escalated minor incidents by using force when responding to mental health crisis calls. Allegations include the unjustified use of tasers, strikes to the head, and the unleashing of police dogs. The report cites credible accusations that officers sexually assaulted prostitutes under threat of arrest.
Wow.
Jeez. It's always something, huh? I don't know. That's what's going on up there in Worcester. And then we have the situation over in Attleboro where the teacher was arrested. Did you hear about the teacher being arrested? Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
She's accused of slapping 2 nonverbal 5-year-old kids. Special needs on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
This happened at Thatcher Elementary School right before Thanksgiving, November 26th. Her name is Susan Martin. She's from Kingston, Mass. It's kind of sort of near you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
And Martin is charged with 2 counts of assault and battery on persons with intellectual disabilities. Both children have been diagnosed with being on the autism spectrum and are both nonverbal.
Wow.
trying to get something has been sent to me here. Okay, this goes back to the Luigi Mangione, the accused assassin of the United Healthcare CEO. CEO assassin Luigi Mangione went crazy after giant screws put in spine and called insurers parasites in a manifesto. This is out of a news article out of The Sun. A number of worrying ex-posts from his concerned friends, ex meaning Twitter posts, have also been uncovered. It goes on to say the college graduate charged with the murder of the top CEO may have turned absolutely crazy after an agonizing back surgery. X-ray pictures posted on social media show he suffered from a misaligned spine, which was reportedly made severely worse following a surfing accident. Okay. And then I got pictures of the the screws in his spine, if they're real, as a matter of fact. Serious back injury, put the screws in. Surgery went wrong, and that this could have driven the Maryland man to the brink. Yeah, but if the surgery goes wrong, why are you shooting the CEO of your health insurance company?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you go after the surgeon?
One would think. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. But this all remains to be seen. But well, he still had a pretty good shot, even if his back hurt. So I don't know. Boy, that's.
Rode the electric bike.
And he rode the bike, so okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's
More to come
never
out.
there's never a reason to make that okay what he did.
No,
No.
I agree on that. So. All right. Is anything else going on? That's up in Boston. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu's efforts to shift more of the city's property tax burden to commercial owners appears to be over. State Senate President Karen Spilka says there is not sufficient support in the chamber for the bill to pass, and she will not bring it to the floor. Wu sought to measure the measure in an effort to prevent a spike in residential property taxes because of dropping commercial values. Boston will set the city tax rates for the upcoming fiscal year tomorrow. So, okay, it's a little business news out of there, out of Boston. And let's see, anything else going on? Nothing's going on. Down in Newport, the Newport Police has joined an initiative that supports and encourages women in policing. They want that up here in Woonsocket too. We've asked the chief that a few times. In your recruiting process, he tries to get everybody. It's always good to get all the minorities involved. So the National 30 by 30 initiative aims to improve representation and involvement for women of all ranks at the department. In signing on the initiative, Newport Police Chief Ryan Duffy says the pledge means that Newport Police Department is actively working toward improving the representation and experience of women officers in the agency. More than 400 police agencies have signed the pledge and joined the initiative nationwide. Okay, well if they don't apply, it's tough to hire them.
You can't hire them if they don't apply.
That's really difficult. So, and I hope they don't go the way of the let's just hire them because they're women. See how well that worked out with the Secret Service?
Yeah.
Not so well.
Yeah.
So, hire the right person. Hire the
most
correct person, the
qualified.
most qualified.
Most qualified,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So when you go fishing off the coast of Florida, you might get more than what you went for. Florida fishermen recently discovered 55 pounds of cocaine in the ocean.
Really?
It's a value of $1.7 million. Floating off the coast, this is according to Brevard County Sheriff's Office. The drugs, wrapped in watertight packages and marked with scorpion insignia, turned over to the authorities. In a lighthearted statement, the Sheriff's Office invited, quote, the owner to claim the packages, promising secure storage and an all-expense-paid stay at the county jail. Investigators are urging anyone with information to contact them. So,
interesting.
I'm assuming it's floating if they put it in the watertight packaging. So, someone didn't get the message to go out and pick it up.
Yeah.
And look for the scorpions on the packaging. So I don't know. All right, notes called in 766-1240. little on the lengthy side. So let's see what we got here. About the New York Brian Thompson shooting that got shot to death. Caller says Thompson fired claim adjusters with software that decided if the claim was accepted or declined, and the software was 90% defected. If people were deciding about the claims, most would have been accepted. Here's the 1 out of 3 are getting rejected, Ed. So, all right. I don't know where this information is coming from. Is this published somewhere? Is it? Are you getting it out of? Is this coming out of New York City? Is what reporters are reporting on this? It doesn't say how many he fired, and like that. It doesn't say that this, unless this guy Chuck Mangione, unless he worked for United. That was the first thing I thought of when a shooting
employee,
happens like that, is that it's a disgruntled employee that's been fired. And it might still be. That might still come out, and maybe he was part of this. I don't know. That other article I read didn't say anything about him being an employee of United Healthcare.
No matter what, it still doesn't make it okay.
We had an incident here in Woonsocket just last week on Social Street where a man similar to this, a disgruntled employee, brought a hand grenade to it was a business on Social Street, KB Foods, I think it was called. And then he said he used it in a menacing way. So he basically came in and like if I had it and I tossed it at you, Ed, and you caught it, but now maybe I threw it like a baseball. I don't know. They just said it was a menacing way. Anyway, it was turned over to the police, and he tossed it back to him. I'm not sure. He was arrested.
Well, yeah.
But again, that's not the way you handled the
situation.
situation.
That's the thing. It doesn't make it okay.
No, yeah, it's not right. All right. I know Ed likes to go to Aruba.
I know.
I know, and more people. That's the vacation destination. It seems to be. In case you're wondering, why is Aruba more crowded, Ed? This is why. I know more people that go there now. But anyway, it's good that you go there and you don't go to Haiti.
Oh,
I
jeepers
wouldn't go to
creepers.
Haiti.
Stay out of Haiti.
Yeah, right.
Go to Haiti.
Almost 200 people are dead in Haiti after a weekend of violence because they're reportedly targeting voodoo practitioners.
Oh, really?
This is a crazy country.
Yeah.
The killings are happening in the capital, Port-au-Prince, were orchestrated by a gang leader who believed his son's illness was a result of voodoo, according to the Committee for Peace and Development down there. U.S. Secretary General Antonio Guterres called the violence horrific. His office said at least 184 people, including 127 elderly men and women, had been left dead. The Haitian Prime Minister's office called the slaughter a monstrous crime that constitutes a direct attack on humanity. And an estimated 5,000 people have been displaced from their homes by the massacre. Did you hear any more information on this, Ed?
No.
Wow.
No? But you saw it on the news?
Yeah. Haiti is a crazy place.
Yeah, you
Oh,
know,
it is.
don't go to
It is-
Haiti.
it's-
No.
it's
You know,
nuts
you got
there.
one little island with Haiti on one side, Dominican Republic on the other,
right,
and,
Yeah.
and it's like all the uncivilized people are in Haiti.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird.
And they can't straighten themselves out. They've always been like this.
Yeah, it's a very poor country.
It is a very poor country. Do they have any economic? Did they grow anything there that the world
Probably
needs?
pineapples or something like that,
Yeah.
coconuts, but
But you can get that anywhere. Yeah.
You know, it's just a small, very poor country.
You'd think they would, try to turn it into a tourism place. Because if you got no
Yeah, but
product,
Not with all the crime.
well,
down
not
there.
well, you
crime.
can't
Right,
with all
yeah,
this going on.
With the crime, yeah.
So I don't know if you're practicing the voodoo, Linda, and I don't like what you've done, so I get to kill you. Is
Yeah.
that what the deal is? Or?
I think sounds like it.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just okay. Juan Soto got a lot of money
Yes.
Yes,
Over-
yes,
over-
yes.
over the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
15 years, $765 million. I did a quick math yesterday. It's $51 million a year.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know what I heard too? It
What's
said
that?
so much per game.
Yeah, it's about
Oh, yeah, people break it down.
$390,000 a game or something
and-
like that.
That's if he plays every
And
year.
let's emphasize the game.
Yeah.
It's a game. You know, and I know he's really good. He's really
Yes.
good.
And I can see
Yeah.
why
He's really good. He's really good.
when the Mets wanted them, the Sox
But-
wanted them, the Dodgers wanted them, the Yankees wanted to re-sign with their team.
Nobody is worth that
That's what I
money
was gonna say.
to play a
To
game.
play a game. That, you know, that's the thing. A game that
Well,
he
It's his
play.
livelihood.
It is.
know?
Yeah.
And he's now the highest paid sports person,
Person.
not just MLB.
No.
The highest
Yeah.
paid sports person in the world.
Yeah.
Dave asked me yesterday, what's he going to do with all of it? I don't know.
But
Who knows?
you know,
But,
a game. It's a game. It's a game. And I know he's really good because I remember, you know, watching when they played the Red Sox, and I'm like, be careful with this guy
Oh,
at
yeah.
the plate.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
terrific.
You know.
But I don't know about giving him. I don't know what the Sox offered. I don't know what all the other teams offered. But 15 years to me seems like too long.
And 15 years, and he's not 20 years old.
Well, he's 26.
26.
So in 15 years, he's going to be 40.
Yeah,
And your good ball players,
they're not.
they're not 40.
They're not 40. No.
I'm like, this is
Some
a
of them aren't
real,
even 30.
This is a real gamble on
No,
the Mets
that's what I'm
part.
saying. You know, and no matter how good he's good,
Yes.
he is good. You can't
Nobody
take
is worth that.
Nobody is.
Well,
It's a game.
I mean, you
Apparently
look
he
at,
is, Ed.
You look at what these guys are getting paid, and then you look at what a CEO of a big company is getting paid,
Not
and
even
you know
close.
they question why is this CEO making $15 million
Yeah,
for the
right.
year?
Yeah.
And they say he's not worth it, right? You probably got 20,000 people working for that company that
Right.
somehow he's got some
And
responsibility
he's
for.
responsible because the buck stops there.
Right,
That's
right.
it's-
But this
it's-
guy is making that for himself.
Right.
All you gotta do is go up there with his bat
yeah.
and his glove.
Yeah.
If the rest of the team sucks, that's too bad.
Yeah. You still
No,
still
he's
get
He's
paid.
not
good.
gonna get blamed for that.
Yeah, no, you can't. You know, you can't take that talent away from him.
No.
And you know, and the athletes they have to stay in shape. They have to, you know, do all of the above, and they have to produce. He's been producing for a long time for the Yankees, but he's still not. You know,
Nobody is worth that.
nobody is.
All right. Well, get out a pen and piece of paper and write him a letter.
Yeah.
Hey Juan, I could use $1,000. You want to send something my way? So we'll yeah. I wonder what ticket prices will be to see a Mets game now. They're gonna have to go up.
Well,
The Mets get paid a lot by Major
yeah,
League Baseball
yeah.
and in food prices and like that, but I can't imagine that the Mets can keep their ticket prices where they are. Just a little bit to help pay this guy's salary.
Maybe,
Maybe
not.
I know, not necessarily.
I mean, the Mets are owned by Steve Cohen, which is
Okay.
one of the richest people out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's worth about 25 to 30 billion dollars.
What else does he own?
He's a hedge fund manager.
Oh, okay.
He has made a tremendous amount of money
doing that.
doing
okay.
that.
Okay. So just take it out of his wallet.
And they were interviewing him yesterday or sometime, maybe before this, and they said, why did you buy the Mets? And he said, because I want to bring pleasure to the people of New York.
Okay.
That was his. I mean, the guy's got so much money. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the thing with some of these hedge fund managers and other people who have made a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what to do with it. They want to try to find a way to give some of it back.
Yeah.
I want to get a good team out there so that the people enjoy coming to the park, going to a game, this, that, and the other thing.
All right.
He's not in it to really make money.
Make a lot of money.
Doesn't need it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they'll have very good attendance, especially at the beginning of the year. A lot of Mets fans will come out just to see Juan Soto play, especially at the beginning. Hopefully he stays healthy and does well for the Mets. We'll see. All right, we're going to take another break here on the Coffee and Program. More coming your way right here on the Coffee and Program.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Rhode Islanders, stay healthy this fall and winter by getting your flu and COVID shots. You can safely get both at the same time. If you have mild symptoms after vaccination, that means the vaccine's working. Your body's learning to fight the virus. The sooner you get your shot, the sooner you're protected. Keeping our small state healthy is a big deal. Call your doctor or pharmacy today, or find a clinic at health.ri.gov/vaccine. Brought to you by the Rhode Island Department of Health and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Christmas in New York City. The St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center is hosting a bus trip to New York City on Saturday, December 14th. We'll get you to New York, and the day is yours. See the sights, visit a museum, see a show, whatever you like. The day is yours. Tickets are $90, and the bus will leave from the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center parking lot at 6 a.m. For more information or to reserve your seats, call 401-486-9380.
It is Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. So you thinking my idea of going on strike and trying to get $765 million from the radio station is not a good idea?
I don't think that'll work.
No? I'll be one person picket line. Unfair.
I don't think that'll work.
No? Well, all right.
Yeah.
All right, sometimes, common sense wins out. And I always like when common sense wins out. And let's hear a round of applause for the Ohio Supreme Court. They will not reconsider its decision in a recent case that involved a man who claims he was injured after finding a bone in his boneless chicken wings. All right, we've ruled on this. We're moving on. So, okay. The case began in April 2016 when Michael Berkheimer said a bone in his boneless wings he bought from Wings on Brookwood, which I guess is a restaurant, which is near Cincinnati, had resulted in him not being able to work due to the bone tearing his throat. So he must have swallowed it, okay? He said it caused an infection, which resulted in multiple surgeries and even him being placed in multiple medically induced comas. Wow is right, yeah. In July of this past year, the Republican majority on the court in Ohio issued a ruling stating that bones are a natural part of a chicken. So a consumer should be aware that even boneless wings might have a bone in them, and that a consumer cannot sue over this issue. So there, all right? After the case was rejected to be reconsidered, the court voted 4-3 against reconsidering its decision. We've got other more important things to worry about, rather than are there bones in boneless chicken?
Wow. Interesting.
Well, I guess it comes down to when you get your meal, don't just pick it up and eat it. Maybe you should get your knife and fork and cut it. Because you never know what might be in there. And if you run across a bone, okay, move it to the side. We don't want to eat that.
But boneless chicken, I've never seen a bone in boneless chicken.
Well, I
like
haven't.
those chicken tenders. And
yeah.
That's,
So...
Yeah,
buyer beware,
boneless
right?
Chicken tenders.
Yeah.
This is boneless chicken
wings.
Yeah.
Chicken wing, by definition, has
a bone in it.
Has bones in it. Yeah, it does. Chicken wings have bones.
Now the question comes down to the restaurant. Yeah. Why would you market it? Why would this be on your menu as boneless chicken wings?
Yeah. If there's a bone in it.
Or they try to be funny. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a joke. Because you can't have boneless chicken wings. That's an impossibility.
No.
I'm trying to think of any way of processing it so the bone wouldn't be in it, but
yeah,
it's
all right.
Come up with one.
Mm-hmm. So not a good story. All the crazy stories come out of Florida, by the way. More details are being released after a Florida man allegedly shot and killed his father and wounded his mother over the weekend.
Oh my God!
All over an argument about a video game. 23-year-old Joseph Voigt allegedly shot his father multiple times Saturday night after being told to stop playing a video game and get a job.
Okay.
Voigt was arrested while driving around 2 o'clock Sunday morning, hours after the shooting. His mother is still in critical condition after suffering a gunshot wound to the head. Stop being lazy. Get out and get a job. It's funny. When my son went off to college, I said I told him, I said video games are fun, but you know what? Girls could care less that you got 50,000 points in whatever video game you're playing.
Right.
They absolutely could care less.
No.
Please keep that in mind.
Yeah, you're right.
And he has. And he's fine. And I've seen other videos, and they'll ask women, mostly college age women, what's the biggest turnoff for you for a guy? Playing video games. It drives them crazy.
Yeah.
It's just they're not impressed with it. Oh, I killed 70 people in Men of Valor, whatever the name of the game is. Girls are like, so what?
Yeah. Right.
So, how does this make your life any better? Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. So, and so if it's keeping you from working, that's a real issue.
Especially at 20.
At 23, yeah.
Get a job.
Really, get up and get a job. So let's. All right, so that's not good there. And I wonder whose gun was it? It doesn't say in the article that I have. Ed, $619 million up for grabs in the Mega Millions drawing.
Ooh.
A lot of money.
Don't you reach up for it?
Here we go. The drawing is tonight. 600 the cash option. If it works out to just shy of $298 million. About half. I'll still take it though.
Oh yes.
Sure that'll be enough?
Let's see.
I mean, one.
It's no 700. I know it's no 765. So I think I could live on it. I really think I can. I think they should give it to me just to see if I could pull it off.
I think so.
I won't be those. You ever see those stories of people that won these huge amounts in lotteries and the stuff they've gone out and bought? Ridiculous stuff. Helicopters. Why do you need one? And then they file bankruptcy. Yeah. Because it's just, what in the world are you doing? Why aren't you giving it to Ed to make more money? That's what you should be doing. I mean, we'll keep some for yourself. All right, I'm going to keep $1 million for myself. But got to buy socks and stuff like that. That kind of stuff. But I don't know. So there we go. Interesting health news, Linda. The number of men. A new report shows that a number of men who've developed breast cancer while living or working near ground zero has skyrocketed.
Really?
Yeah. CDC reports that at least 91 men in the World Trade Center Health Program have been diagnosed with breast cancer to date. That's 6 times the number first reported in 2018 and is 90 times higher than the national average.
Wow. Well, so much, though. At Ground Zero, there was so much going on there with toxins in the air and everything, so...
Health experts say there are
totally surprised.
There are over 4 dozen cancers and diseases likely linked to the toxins in the air after 2 of the World Trade Centers collapsed on 9/11.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's not a surprise to me that would be.
Nope. And I remember hearing back when COVID was here and we were all wearing masks, and I heard people saying, "Watch, 5 to 10 years from now, the amount of lung cancer rates are going to go through the roof because we were all sucking in stuff off the masks instead of breathing the air."
Yeah.
Hasn't happened quite yet,
No,
but that's still a possibility. Yeah. Do you know what the word of the year is?
I saw that. What was it? Polarization.
Polarization is correct. Yeah. Feel free to use that in your conversation. Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, unveiling its choice of word of the year. The dictionary publisher announced Monday, polarization is the 2024's defining word. Polarization is defined as division into 2 sharply distinct opposites.
Yeah. Yeah. That was all the big buzz when we were listening to everybody say, elect me.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
He's polarizing.
Polarizing.
All right, the other words that were considered, democracy, pander, weird, and cognitive. Yep. Another dictionary, Collins Dictionary, named brat word of the year. I don't know why, but... And Oxford University Press selected brain rot, which isn't a word. It sounds more like a phrase. But that's what they chose. The number of Americans who believe health care coverage is the federal government's responsibility is rising. Gallup poll released Monday found 62% of Americans think the federal government is responsible for ensuring everyone has coverage. That's the highest mark in more than a decade. 2013, a record low of 42% of Americans felt that way. It reached its peak in 2006 at 69%, and we're heading back to that direction.
We want socialized medicine.
We want Medicare for all.
Yeah, socialized medicine.
And we don't want to pay for it. So there you go.
That's because
Such
we
a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Always appreciated. Ed Crew, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
Look into Riddle, will you, for me?
Ripple.
Ripple, yeah.
Ripple.
You can look into
Get it
Riddle,
right.
too, if you want.
Get it right, will you?
Well, look into Ripple. See what you can do. All right, and Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, and good luck with your voice there.
Thank you.
Sounded fine during the show, by the way.
I don't know about that.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great day. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do your members at 9:30. Milk Fund auction today at 4 here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. 25 people are facing charges in connection with a drug trafficking conspiracy in Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts. Large amounts of fentanyl, cocaine, guns, and $400,000 in cash were seized during the investigation. As of last Saturday, 19 people have been arrested and 6 remained at large. Charges include conspiracy to distribute